You said you needed to see me.
Yes, I did. There's something we wanted to not so much discuss with you, but inform you of.
Alright.
So, we had a meeting, and, I've made the decision for you to be married.
That's a funny joke.
Something the matter?
That's a very funny joke, Coral. That's so funny.
It would be if I was kidding.
Wait, you're serious?
Yes. You and Lord Anthony will be wed.
Come forward and say what you said again. Make sure I heard you correctly.
You and he will be wed.
Why?
I just feel that it would be your best interest.
It would be my best interest to marry Lord Anthony.
Yes, because how do I put this? You have been out of line lately.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You've been out of line. You have been going against everything that I tell you to do. So, you've disobeyed my direct orders. And, well, this is your punishment.
How much of a moron are you? Honestly.
If you don't agree,
I
will declare
don't.
war. And let's just say you don't want anything to happen to your little Theo, do you?
Excuse me? You know,
You heard me.
if I was a worse person, I would slit your throat right now. Just for even suggesting that. But I'm not. And you're lucky for that. But I can't believe just how much... I can't even comprehend how stupid you are for even doing that. If you wanted to marry me off so bad, I am in a poly. You could have chosen any of them.
My decision makes the most sense.
Again, how? How does me marrying Lord Anthony make the most sense when we've
Well,
barely
we're already in
talked?
alliance in Kingdom, and you marrying him, and he's also an heir, well, strengthens it even more.
You agreed to this, Jonah? You thought this was smart? You thought this was in my best interest?
What? No, whatever whatever Princess Coral decides is up to her. And I will support her.
You both are a disgrace to our family. If our parents were alive to see this, they would be disgusted in you.
They would see that I'm finally taking a stand in my place. And not being swam all over.
You know,
Like I have been.
you know, I am so happy that this is happening. Now I don't feel bad for having committed treason.
Oh,
You heard
that's so?
I've given out mermaid necklaces without your permission. Against our kingdom rules.
And this is exactly why this is happening to you.
And this is exactly why I'll be happy when you're no longer in power.
We will see about that.
Please. Please! Talk about being walked over. This is the first, big decision that you've made? And it's against your sister, who has stood by you?
Have you?
Yes! I have. You would be surprised.
Everything I've ever told you not to do.
Because I was doing something for the actual kingdom's best interest, unlike you. I have stood by you, Coral. In all of the weird and terrible decisions you've made that have cost precious reputation in the other kingdoms that I've been trying to repair.
Your version of standing by me is defiling everything I've ever told you not to do.
You've only ever told me not to do one thing. Ended up being a good thing that I decided to go against it.
How many times have you been to the meetings and things I said not to do, you still do?
The only meetings that I can think about where we haven't done something that I've done or said not to do was the end meetings. That was it. You didn't even know that I committed treason twice, mind you, until I just said it here. Just to prove how much of a lack of actual care that you have, or actual relevancy in your own kingdom. Are you serious? You know, I thought by keeping your secret, you would have stood by me. You'd have understood I attempted to start some sort of sibling relationship. And you just chucked it like last week's trash. And you are discarding me like last week's trash.
You can take with that what you will. But this is what's happening. And there is no changing it.
You're lucky that I actually care for the people I care about. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through with this. Because unlike you, I actually have a goddamn support system who actually cares for me and understands if I make mistakes. Unlike you, cooped up in your room most of the time. And I've been trying to make plays to give us a better shot against the other kingdoms. Unlike you. I've been actually doing my damn job. I have been doing more for this. I've been doing more for this kingdom in the past week that you've been gone, and the entire time you've been in this castle.
Well, if you have no problem helping your people, then I guess you won't mind doing this.
I will do it so Thea lives. I will do it so Artie lives. I will do it for the sake of people in a kingdom that's not mine, because I actively care for them. Unlike you, with your cold heart. I disown you from the Riviere family. You no longer deserve the title. And you, bastard son! I can't believe I ever trusted you in the first place. You and you will rot! Just like our parents. Am I clear?
Same thing.
God. You're a bitch.
Hello?
Hi. I know it's
I can
not.
only I can only think of one reason why you messaged me.
So you know? I guess? More
Yeah.
than before I did, because I just found out.
Oh. Yeah, I found out like a day or two ago.
I guess first things first, I'll let you know that I would not have agreed to this, but I'm being forced to agree to it. Not that there's anything wrong with you, but obviously. But Coral said if I don't agree to this, she'll declare war and she'll target Theo first. So,
Oh,
I
I
am doing
don't
this
want war to happen.
Yeah, so I'm doing this to protect Theo and Artie because I can't afford to lose them. Not that you're not a good person, I just barely know you, and I don't know what you were told. But, I would have rather have had less of a rush because apparently we're getting married in a couple of days.
I wasn't told the date of the wedding.
Yeah, I was told a couple of days. Apparently.
I understand though, you wanting to protect the ones you love.
Yeah,
Maholia's life was threatened apparently.
what?
And war, of course, but I'm doing this to protect her.
I don't know what's gotten into Coral. I don't understand. And I'm sorry that
She
you guys
seemed
got
nice.
dragged into the mess.
This is just out of the blue.
This is my punishment. And she's taking it out on you guys. Apparently.
Why would she do that?
Because she thinks this is her way of saying that I deserve to be in power, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen this side of her before.
Starting a war is just insane.
And threatening certain people in order to have this happen is also insane. But we've kind of gone past that mark here.
Is there no way to convince her otherwise?
Apparently not. If this were to happen, I wish it was under more positive circumstances. Instead of both of us being blackmailed into it.
Yeah. I don't really know what blackmail she has on us.
Well, she's holding Theo over my head. So, I don't know, besides threatening Maholia, she has over your head. I don't know. I only just found out that I was getting married about 20 minutes ago.
I'm so sorry you have to go through this.
It's not just me going through this, though, it's also you, and I'm sorry that you're being dragged into it.
She could have vexed any other kingdom. I don't know why we were chosen to get dragged.
She just said because we were already in an alliance, this will strengthen it, or something when I asked why. I think it was just her trying to come up with some sort of possible logical excuse. I don't know.
I already told Mahalia, I would do it. So there's no backing out for me.
I told her I would too. There's no backing out for me either.
What's gonna happen with you and Dio if we get married?
Well, I guess that's up to you, right?
Is it?
Yeah, technically. I mean, I'm poly, so I'm with more than just Theo at this point. So,
Wait, what?
do you not know about the poly? That's kind of the big thing in the kingdoms for some reason, even though it's not anybody else's business.
I heard about a love triangle, but I never really
Oh,
thought
it's
too
not-
much into it.
It's not a triangle. It's
Oh,
no, it's I guess that the easiest way to put this is multiple people being interested in multiple people and those people also being interested in multiple people and coming to a mutual understanding that we can be with those other people and they can be with those other people and it's perfectly okay and healthy and consensual on all parties.
but this is new to me.
Yeah, not everyone is poly or okay with it, but, in the poly is myself, Ziff, Ira, Artie,
That's a lot of people.
yeah, but, Ziff isn't, we're not necessarily all romantically with each other, or we would like to, it's just a thing, but we're all kind of, majority of the group has feelings for other people in the group, and so they are romantically involved with multiple people in the group, if that makes sense.
I think I got it.
Yeah, it's, all party members know about each other, and all the members are good with it. So it's not like we're going behind each other's backs and cheating on each other. It's just, it's just, us being with more than one person. So I guess it would depend on you if you would consider it cheating or not.
I mean, if we have to get married, I mean, I guess we could just be friends and like let it be platonic.
That's fine. That's good with me. I'm always with the case these people because I'm poly and I'm pan. If something happens, something happens. I'm not gonna stop it. So you are free.
Are we?
What?
Are we as royals even allowed to like date commoners or get married to them?
I don't care. This hasn't stopped me.
I guess I was just told otherwise.
I don't know, maybe different customs in different kingdoms, but my mother
That makes
was
sense.
the daughter of a knight before
Oh.
she married my father. She wasn't nobility in the slightest. So, I guess for the mayors it doesn't really matter.
I guess that's fine then.
Okay. At least that helps. I don't have to completely drop them all.
I wouldn't want you to do that.
And if you are free to love whoever if there's anybody you're interested in, obviously, because I'm not gonna stop you. It's just, that would make me a hypocrite, and B, it's your life. You're being forced into it just as I am, so if you're even romantically into anybody, which if you're not, that's okay too. I'm not gonna judge.
Not yet.
Okay, and that's fine. Some things take time. For us, kind of 5, it kind of went a little quicker. But, it worked out. So.
Don't you also have an adopted kid, Sylph?
Well, here's the thing. So technically I have 4.
4?
I have 3. Well, me and Ira, when we were by one of her other locations, we found 3 human children in the snow that were abandoned in the Winter Kingdom.
Oh.
And so we just, since we don't know their parentages, and besides the fact that they were left in the snowbank by themselves, the triplets, we were like, we're just gonna take them in. Just because we're not monsters.
Yeah.
And
That's nice of you.
Yeah. So we, myself and Ira and Theo and Ziff helped to take care of them. They're currently in a different location than they were before because of the winter elven situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't want, they are humans. They're not elves. But one of their dads is an elf. So, but myself and Ira are under the documents, as it were. And then Sylph, myself and Theo, Sylph lives with Theo. But the way that it was kind of organized is, the royals didn't seem to particularly like the quote-unquote adoption process, even though they were leaving Sylph on their own for months, and they're a child, so that made me uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Well, that was the thing. They're just off on their own, and they're obviously capable because apparently they got married as a child, which I didn't like that either.
Wait, what?
That's what Sylph said, that they got married, but they're a child. I don't know. I didn't like that. But the Netherians didn't seem like the idea of them being adopted, so it's some sort of like mentorship, guardianship kind of situation, but unofficially they're my kid. But because the Netherians didn't like the title or something like that,
That's a lot.
Yeah, I try to honestly, I try to avoid the Netherians whenever I can. Or at least
Are you scared of them?
At least I'm scared of Morgan. The rest of them, I don't care for. In that sense, like the rest of them don't scare me. Morgan scares me. And besides Lena and Lucario and Sylph, I have no care for the rest of them. No offense to you, because I know you guys have a good relationship with the Netherians, but I have not had good experiences with the rest of them, except for those 3 that I said, so, but yeah, so that's that. Those are the kids, but they're all adopted, or mentor guardianship-esque.
Yeah, okay. You have a big family.
Well, yeah, it's just, I don't know if you know, but most of the mayors died in a tsunami.
I think I heard about that somewhere.
Yeah, the castle that we're in now wasn't the original castle. The original castle was a decent while away from here. And besides the few that we've found or that have come across us by accident, they all died in a tsunami, not because of the waves themselves, because of the waves crashing into buildings and causing air pockets to just appear in the ocean, and people either dried out or they were crushed to death.
That's very sad and morbid.
Yeah. So watching majority of your people die while you are also hurt, because I was also hurt during the tsunami, but I was okay, obviously. But watching them die and you being able to do it, and then only seeing the little bit of family you have left, it kind of makes you want more to, like, remember what you lost, in a way, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Did your parents die in the tsunami?
Yeah, unfortunately. It never got confirmed why the reason that they died. I just know they did, but I'm almost positive they died trying to save our people. So that's just the kind of people they were.
Sounds like you had good parents.
Yeah, I miss them. They were good, and if they had been able to train Coral properly, or me properly, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. But here we are.
I don't think any of us were trained as well.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least not properly.
Well, our advisor Jonah was, at least.
Oh yeah, so is my advisor.
They were trained to an extent, and obviously Jonah, I don't know if he agrees with what Coral's done, but he said, and I quote, "I am going with what Princess Coral says." And so I guess in whatever messed up universe he is living in, he thinks this is okay, but it doesn't matter anymore.
Can he really disobey the princess?
He could have. I guess since secrets are off the table, because who cares at this point? He's my half brother that I just
Oh?
found out recently. Older half brother. From our dad cheating on our mom.
My dad also cheated on my mom.
Hey! Oh god. But he's the result of that. And so you would think, I mean, we didn't know, neither me nor Coral knew until a month or so ago, because we happened to find a book left in the wreckage of our castle. So you would think that because he's actually blood related, he would think this would be more of a persuasion to not have this happen, but nope, he went along with it, so tells you how great my bio family is, I guess. And then I have my cousin, but my cousin lacks brain cells a lot of the time, so he would just probably go along with whatever Coral said anyway. So
Do you think he would want to stay an advisor or become an heir?
he states that he doesn't want the crown. He doesn't care for it. He's older than both me and Coral, and he knew from the start what he was, and that he was trained to be an advisor so that he was close to the royal family, but never to take the throne, and he doesn't want it.
Oh. Well, Annabelle's my half-sibling, and she could technically take the throne, I think.
Oh, does she want it?
I mean, I don't know what she wants. But she's been kind of ruling for a bit, so she might like it.
Okay. I don't know. Jonah doesn't want it. That I know for sure, but it just shows you how much I can rely on my bio family, I guess.
At least you have other friends and lovers.
Yeah. Yeah. Which helps. And hey, we're in this together now, right? Because
Yeah.
this is gonna be rough.
What's gonna happen after the wedding?
I assume traditional wedding practices? I think. I assume. I don't know. There wasn't really many weddings when the regular kingdom was still around, but I know what normally happens during weddings afterwards to the couple in question. Which is not something I want to think about. I don't want to think about that right now.
No.
I don't want to think about that right now. But
maybe that's not.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't know after that. Your tail may change, though. It may become more of a permanent fixture, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm not full mermaid.
No, it's more like the ways that the tails and our tails and the mermaid necklace magic kind of works is it's like our tail color and kind of like our aura is attached to our souls. And when you're making when the royals make the necklaces, when we have to like think of the entity of the person, and then the color kind of goes in there at that current point of their soul. So maybe if you become attached to me, your tail color may change at some point to reflect how your soul is now.
Well, my tail was green, and now it's blue.
Okay.
When you first gave it to me, it was green.
Yeah. Is it blue of your own making? Because I know some people have been messing with that, which I don't recommend.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't get, stuff gets in your scales that'll damage your legs. Permanently.
Oh, no.
So it's a good thing that you didn't. It happens with our tails if mares try to use dyes. If it gets under scales, it permanently damages us. Which is why we normally tell them to not touch the tails.
Good to know.
Yeah, so I don't know what will happen with your tail as a result of this. It's not like we've ever had... Is different race the way to say this? I don't want to sound
I
racist,
think so.
but I think that's the phrasing here. But I don't know how this is gonna go in regards to that, because we never had an elf or any other species be married to a mare before. And soul intertwining? I don't know.
This is confusing.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on at once.
Yeah, you're telling me. My world just imploded 20 minutes ago. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen afterwards. I guess since Coral is the one demanding this, you will become a member of the Mermaid Kingdom officially.
And never go back to my kingdom.
Well, I wouldn't say never go back. You can still visit, just as like we normally visit you guys, and if you still want to participate in political matters regarding to the elves, I wouldn't stop you.
That's allowed?
I would assume so. I don't know. I guess it's up
I
to
don't
your
know either.
sister, right?
Well, I guess if Annabelle...
Wouldn't
Okay.
that be up to Maholia?
Oh, yes, right.
What are you not telling me? Because that's the fact that you mentioned Annabelle, the person not in power, and also your half sibling, not your full sibling, just seems kind of like
I mean, I know Maholia has come back to take charge of the kingdom.
Uh-huh.
That's all I know.
Okay. Okay. I would assume it would be allowed. Like, I wouldn't stop you. Right? Like, if you can live in the Elven Kingdom if you wanted. You don't have to be forced to live with me. My room isn't... Oh, God, we'd have to figure out a different place to live, maybe. Oh, why is this happening? I like my room. I mean, I guess you can sleep in there for now. But, because I do have one very large bed. But it's not suitable for a married couple. God, that's weird to say. Oh!
Coral, why? I guess she has to decide all the stuff for us.
Yeah, I'm not doing jack for her. She's dealing with this whole thing. I'm
gonna just let it go with the flow.
Okay.
I can't really do anything now to stop it.
I can't either. Because I can't have Theo die. I don't know why she's being so cruel.
Did anything happen to her lately?
Well, there's all the stuff with the black serpent. Ooh, do you know about the black serpent stuff?
I know about the curse. And
How
a helmet.
much of the curse do you know about?
Something about it taking over her body, I don't know.
Okay, so the black serpent goes... I guess you're gonna... I was gonna say you're gonna be my husband, which is so weird to say. Oh my god.
No.
I don't like it either. This is weird. Okay. Black serpent. The possession gets passed down generationally through Ziff's family, Captain Ziff's family. And supposedly it has to do with something like if the family doesn't, I wouldn't say the words accept the possession, but deal with the possession, then something worse will happen. So they kind of put it on themselves. I think when Ziff's not being possessed by the black serpent, he's very much in denial about the whole thing, and he pretends it doesn't exist. I am one of the few that's had full conversations with the black serpent, acknowledging that it's him.
Oh.
And he's a completely different person, let me tell you. Or it's a completely different entity entirely, because apparently he's been doing this for thousands of years.
The black serpent?
Yeah. Possessing thousands of generations. Or something like that. And currently, the other living person that's currently affected by the curse is Ziff's father, who, if the black serpent's telling is correct, is currently having his father rocking himself back and forth into a corner, making himself bleed by running his nails through his hair. Repeatedly.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. And so Zips isn't at that point yet. But,
Is there no way to save him?
we don't know for sure because we don't know if it's... Because the Black Serpent knows everything Ziff knows. Ziff doesn't know everything the Black Serpent knows. Because when the Black Serpent's in control, he doesn't have any memory of what's going on when the helmet's on.
Does he willingly put the helmet on?
It seems to happen when he's in a place he doesn't want to be. He's stressed out. He's scared. He can't handle the situation. Or something like that. Then he'll more willingly put the helmet on. But it's also the manipulation of the Black Serpent itself to put him to put the helmet on, or to urge him to do it. So maybe the Black Serpent said something, or did something to Coral that she hasn't said, or it's done something again. I don't know for sure, but
I would say I would like to talk to Coral, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
no. No.
Is she like really, really angry?
I got very angry at her for a justifiable reason upon hearing this. And she just didn't seem to care what I was saying, which is very unlike her. She just let it bounce right off of her. So she just says, "This is my command, and if you don't listen to it, Theo dies." I'm like, okay.
Aren't you guys like sisters though?
Yeah. She is my full older sister. And we were
You
raised
guys should
together.
be helping each other out and having each other's backs.
When she was away this week, I have been doing stuff for the kingdom, the benefit of the kingdom, and everything that I attempt to do, minus a few occasions because I'm still a person, I want to be able to do things for myself, has been to help the kingdom to the best that I can do with the resources I have. And I have been doing things. I even assisted the Netherians with a task a few days ago, and I had to sing for our task during their task. I had to sing every conversation I had last week because I was in power, and I had to go on a date with Lena. And that was over 2 hours of me just singing, and my throat hurt so bad afterwards that I couldn't talk for about 10 hours.
I mean, there's always an option not to do the tasks.
Yeah, but Cora wanted me to do it, and I'm like, okay, I'm in power, I can do it. It's not that hard. I didn't anticipate how hard it would be on my throat. So I did meetings and tasks and stuff while singing everything. And I made plans to help some of the Netherians with some certain things. And I guess she doesn't see it that way. So I think the biggest thing that she was upset about was me going to the damn end. But it was a good thing I did, because I was the one that remembered the damn coordinate book to even get to the end library in the first place. And I had to leave.
You don't have waystones?
When we first went to the end, we didn't have the waystone for the end library. We didn't know about tasks. This was the very first time
Oh,
we
I
went.
forgot you went to the end by yourself.
I went to the end with Quinn and we snuck out. But it was a good thing I did, because no one had the coordinate book as far as I know. And so I led us to where we needed to go for this excursion. Found Prince Solstice. Again, I'm sorry about your uncle. I already gave my apologies to Mahalia. And figured out about this task situation in the first place. And so we didn't know if they were going to need the key to even get anywhere, which in this case, we're lucky we didn't need the key. But we wouldn't have known that if no mares had gone on in the first place. So. Plus, if y'all had been stranded there without the mare key, I wasn't going to risk war with 4 kingdoms.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna risk that. So she might not have agreed with it, but I was fine. I never took any damage the entire trip, except for falling damage, because I got too impatient waiting for people and started jumping off of things.
In the end?
In the end. Not off of islands, like off of the little mini towers that are in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not off islands. I could have. I still have an elytra. And I had, because Quinn found them in those flying islands that are around the overworld. So I had one at going to the end, so even if I did fall off, I would have been fine. But that was the only time I ever took damage. I was underneath the dragon and took no damage. Like, honestly, the end trip was very chill.
Others would say...
Others would say otherwise, but for me and Quinn, it was pretty chill. We're just leading the pack, having conversation, and just hanging out. The only issue was the potions and having to pop them, but, you know, it's not a big deal. We did it, but, you know, it was, I still stand by my decision to go, because if I didn't, who knows what would have happened in there, right? So,
Yeah.
So they would have gotten lost or been scrambling around, or maybe the key was needed and then they got locked behind the mermaid door. I don't know. But I still stand by that decision, even if Coral doesn't. She just calls it disobeying orders, so.
I mean, it benefited the kingdom, so...
Yeah, it did. She doesn't view it that way. She just views it as her little sister breaking the rules. So.
Well, I guess we have different family dynamics, clearly.
Yeah. I don't know what your dynamic is like, but I'm sure it's not as ridiculous as mine.
I mean, we have drama, but we get through it together sometimes. We struggle with communication, I've noticed.
See, we
Slowly
have our
working on that.
meetings. We have our meetings. Whether or not they go however Coral wants is a different story. But I don't know.
I guess we just have to prepare for the next few days coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the stupid mermaid ball is happening on Friday.
I forgot about that.
It's probably when they're gonna announce it. Probably.
They're announcing us to the public.
Probably. I don't know. That's normally what royals do. At least in the books I've read. I assume that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, I did announce Annabelle, but that wasn't intentional.
Man, us two pairs don't do well at announcements at these type of balls, do we?
Nope.
No. Oh no.
The best we can do is mentally prepare ourselves the best we can.
Yeah, and maybe hide in a corner after the announcement. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just hide in a corner.
Yep. We will hide together in a corner. And hope to God that no one interrogates us, because that's gonna happen at some point. So,
I mean, we could always have our knights defend us. Or at least I know my knight will.
well, see, Quinn will, but Zip's in the poly, you know, and I'm not romantically involved with him, even if I would like to be, when he's normal, not when he's BS mode. But I don't. He's probably gonna feel betrayed. Oh, speaking of betrayal,
Do you think you should talk to Theo?
I don't know if I'll be able to face him or even get a chance to see him before this happens, because it's in a couple of days.
True.
And I'm sure my sister is going to be having me doing, like, stuff like dress fitting.
You don't like to dress up?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
Of my own volition.
Yeah.
This is not in my own volition, Anthony. This is her saying, I'm going to make you a doll and you're going to follow my orders. And I don't like that.
At that point, I would just hide away, never come back.
And then what, have her declare war? I ain't doing that. I'll follow through with my end, even if it's going to make Coral struggle at every turn. Which I will. Make her struggle.
We just need to make it harder for her.
Exactly. Yes. Gotta make
We
it
can
harder.
do that together.
Yes. Exactly. We just make her life a living hell and wish that she hadn't put this on us. Sounds like a plan to me, Anthony.
She can always threaten our loved ones, though.
Yeah, which is why we still have to go through with it.
Yep.
Yep. I told her to her face when she told me. I said, if I was a worse person, I would slit your throat right now. For even...
That's a little extreme.
For doing something like that. I obviously wouldn't have done. I was trying to scare her.
Did she make any threats like that to you?
Well, she threatened somebody I loved. I tried to threaten her back to see if she would stop. Pulled out my scythe and everything. What's up with it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Defeating death was actually not hard. I'm gonna be honest. Or the entity that spawned of death. to get the site. Wasn't hard.
I knew nothing about that.
But, obviously I wouldn't have actually done that, because however much I loathe her right now, I wouldn't ever do that. I just wanted to see if she would back off, but she stood fast, which is very
You
unlike
would also
her.
probably get thrown in a dungeon or something.
Oh, and what? I can't get married if I'm thrown in the dungeon. Oh no.
But if she's dead, then what?
Then I'm in power.
Oh.
I'm the next in line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just look at that.
Yeah, would you look at that? But no,
Don't do that though.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't actually do it, but I wanted to see what would happen to her if as a reaction of her. But she didn't care. She's really... And I'm like, okay.
She seems really sure about this.
Yeah. So.
Well, I guess it's getting late, and I don't want them to see me here. So,
Too early, I guess.
yeah.
Or wherever they're having the wedding. I don't freaking know. I don't...
Did they already make the married ball area?
They started it. I don't know if they're done.
Okay.
It's in the big dome.
Oh, yeah. They haven't made a wedding venue yet, either?
I have no idea, and frankly, I don't care, because I'm not gonna help.
That's fair.
I'm not helping.
I guess we just get a time and show up.
Yeah. Get a time and show up to our own wedding. What a
fun thing to do.
Fun thing to do. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm gonna go attempt to hide, I guess. As much as I can. Until I get dragged out by probably Quinn.
I guess I'll do the same.
Yep. Oh. This is gonna suck.
Sorry again, this is all happening.
I'm sorry to you. You're the one being dragged into this mess. At least for me, at least it wasn't an Etherian. I don't even think I could survive in the Nether.
The Netherians can't survive here either.
Yeah. So. Unless I was forced to go over there. Are you being forced to come here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know.
I don't know any at the. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna question it at this point because I just don't have any answers to it.
I guess see you later.
See you later.
At the wedding.
Yeah. Oh.
What a fun day.
What a fun day. Yes. This is fantastic. Woo-wee. Pick these up.
Hello?
Why are you here, Jonah?
I just wanted to talk.
About what? You seemed pretty clear about what you wanted to talk about.
I just wanted to fully explain the situation that we're in.
Oh, so the question I already asked and I didn't get a good answer to? Yeah. Sounds about right. Sure.
I know you're upset, but it wasn't. But this isn't just. This. It wasn't just personal. It wasn't just because we wanted to do this.
Okay. I'm not hearing an explanation.
That's because I don't feel like you're paying attention right now.
You're lucky I haven't already kicked you out. So speak while I attempt to clean up my room for my future husband.
We are basically almost. We could have gone to war with the Elven Kingdom already. I'm saying this not as a threat. I'm saying this because we found something, or I found something that shows a complete betrayal of trust with them.
Okay, which was what?
I was reviewing documents that we've had, and you know how we had signed an alliance agreement with them ages ago. Someone altered it. Someone broke into where we were and where we kept it, took it, and changed one section of it to completely change the meaning of it. The section in which it stated that if we were in trouble, the elves would help us, and if the elves were in trouble, we would help them with whatever enemy we'd be facing. They changed it from just being an enemy to specifically a common enemy. It's a minor change, but that minor change could easily mean that that if we were in trouble, the elves could easily just say they wanted nothing involved with it. They could have easily just backed away and let us die. And I am to believe that it was Maholia that did it. And I say this because she had been discovered snooping around the kingdom, sneaking around with a mermaid tail, impersonating a mermaid.
I know, I was the one that told you that.
Yes, you were the one that told us this. So, and who else would have any sort of reason to change in a document like that? It wouldn't, because no Netherian, Seraph, or Frost would have any reason to get involved in our political matters. But yeah, and the only people that would have any sort of real benefit or just any sort of real reason to change it would be the High Princess. And changing something like that just could... In general, she broke mermaid law, because it also signifies that she broke into Coral's room, which, yet again, is against the law. And now that ends up placing us in a very precarious situation in which we could have very well just declared war, or just punished Maholia for this.
Then why didn't you just do that?
It would cause more trouble, honestly. Cause more trouble than it's worth. It would cause a war. She said herself that she would not go quietly, and if we would end up just going to try to get her just to enforce justice, enforce the laws, she would end up just dragging her entire kingdom into a conflict with us, which would then already put every single elf and every single mermaid in the harm's way, causing just death to innocence. And that is one reason as to why this marriage, even though that I don't want to force you into this, why it should happen. Because then if we have a union between the two kingdoms, they are bound by that union to help us, and we are bound to help them. And we would essentially be rewriting the document to which now both heirs are essentially the futures of the kingdom.
Do you even have proof of the original document? If she broke into Coral's room and changed that document, isn't that the only one?
I remember reading the document over after it was signed. it has been changed. I believe that that the others inside the Elven Kingdom would like at least her advisor must have seen it as well. But still,
You don't have proof, though.
but it's the fact that it has been changed. Though it has been broken. We don't have proof, but we don't have the physical proof, but but at the same time we do. It's a very strange and stressful situation that I just wish we could avoid this whole situation. That's really what I just needed to come say.
That's it.
I needed to let you fully understand the situation.
I don't even get an
Because
I'm sorry at this point. Because
I am
you're not the
sorry.
one that's being forced to marry somebody you don't know. You're not the one that's being forced to marry in the first place.
I am sorry.
You're not the one that's entire life is getting ruined. Or something that they're not even involved with. And you just don't care.
I do care. It's just that at the same time, I understand that it is our duty it is my duty as the advisor to just support the High Princess with whatever he decrees. And it is our job to try to keep the peace however possible. I am sorry.
Did you ever actually care? For either of us? Ever?
I do. Why do you think I worried about... Why do you think I always got onto you and Coral about going off by yourself? Why do you think I always
Because it's
just
your
worry every
job,
single
not
time you
because
stepped
you
out?
care.
I care because it's my job. My job... Why do you think one of the reasons why I have stayed the advisor, why I haven't just quit when the fact that knowing the fact that y'all don't ever listen to me. It's because I care for both of you. You're both my sisters. I love you both, but yet
That's the first time you've ever said that out loud. Right? In a full?
yes. And I'm sorry. I see, but I'm sorry to interrupt you while you were cleaning. I just believed I needed to help talk some more. I'll take my leave.
Jonah. Bloody bastard.